do you have the latest on JV and then what the
Yeah, you know what? He's got the MRI. There's nothing serious. It's a bone bruise, so basically whenever the bruise heals and he can tolerate the pain, he can play, but it's probably doubtful for tomorrow, likely for LSU. We'll see what it feels like in the morning, though.
Okay. I mean, you've had obviously a lot of injuries to the post, this season already, including the preseason. Just how does that affect kind of what you want to do out there? You're really kind of limited in those guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's harder to play too big. Sometimes you like to play Reese and either Galen or JV, so it's harder now because Reese and Galen will have to split a lot of the minutes at the 5. So, it's just Herb's been playing well, though. Herb's playing a lot at the 4, and he'll have to play both of those minutes at the 4. We can probably play the two of them together some, just not as much as we would like to against this team.
Your team's ranked like 330th or something in the luck index on KenPom. I know. But how hard done are you? What do you think about that stat? And then do you think that your team's a little bit better than its record indicates?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at how some teams have shot against us, Iowa State hits all those threes, poor shooting team. Missouri comes in, goes 31 out of 31 at the free throw line. We haven't seemed to catch teams on their off night. I mean, Penn's not nearly as good as what they probably played against us. It's not surprising that we're that low in luck index. We just haven't caught breaks, and I do think our team's a lot better than what our record indicates. I think the metrics show that. I mean, if you look at our net rankings, our KenPom rankings, all that, I think we're 42nd last I looked. But yeah, I mean, and we're starting to play well at the right time. If we can get on a run here, I think all that stuff will catch up.
So spinning off of that too, this is one of the rare opportunities where you're playing a person that's actually unluckier, quote, than you are. What do you think about Kansas State?
Well, yeah, we tried to tell our team that too. Like, this team is much, much better than our record too. You look at 2 games ago, what they did to West Virginia. It's one of West Virginia's best teams they've had in a long time. So they're more than capable of beating anyone. They have not been fortunate, kind of like we haven't. So I think it's 2 teams that are much better than what their record shows, and I think it's going to end up being a pretty good game here.
What was your reaction to the end of that Kansas State-Kansas game, and just how it affects this game that you're playing in?
Yeah, you know what? It was hard to tell because I didn't exactly know. It said final on the thing, and they put time back on it. So were they going to treat it like it was an in-game deal where guys came off, or an after-game thing? I don't really know. I'm going to trust them that they did what was right. I think everybody came out and said the right stuff after. It's unfortunate it happened. It's not good for the sport of basketball. Obviously, Coach Weber's a well-respected coach in the business, and I'm sure, he's handled it internally like he needs to. And, whoever they got on the floor we're going to play, it ends up being they really only lost one guy. If JV doesn't play for us and, they lost one interior player, it's kind of a wash, to be honest with you. So we've got pretty much their full team coming, and we're going to have to play with, most of our guys if JV's not playing.
I know you were pretty disappointed in the 25 turnovers against Vanderbilt. After watching film, what do you take away? Was it just sloppiness? Was it too much energy? What was out there?
I thought it was lack of focus, sloppy, careless, cool, casual, stuff we want to eradicate out of this program. So it needs to get fixed in a hurry. I think K-State's 13th in the country in turnover percentage on defensive end. If we're loose, careless with the ball, we're going to take an L tomorrow. So we got to do a whole lot better with our turnovers tomorrow than we did on Wednesday.
Just kind of watching it, it seemed one thing that Vanderbilt tried to do is you try to outlet it so fast, and they seem to jump that outlet pass.
They did a really good job of that, and K-State does the same thing. We told our scout team today to try to do that as much as possible. And, we had a few of them. We usually show them some practice at it. Tomorrow before the game, we'll show it again. I think they did a good job. We're used to teams are so used to, we play so fast, they're just sprinting back to get it set. Well, you got a great point. You go to throw the outlet, and we're used to teams running back. We've never had a problem outletting the ball, and all of a sudden they're jumping the outlets. If you just wait a half second, now you're going to be playing 5-on-4. You can get it up the floor, but you got to be smart enough to know you can't just throw it. You got to use your peripheral vision and see what's going on out ahead of you.
How much is that kind of on Kyra? I think you said like 13 turnovers last 2 games. How much does he individually need to kind of take some of that?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him yesterday. I think, and honestly, I think the more aggressive Kyra plays, the better he is at not turning the ball over. I think he's just got to come out aggressive, making plays. Usually when he's attacking, and I told we can, as much as he has to play and handle the ball, 2, 3, 4 turnovers like that, that's fine. We can live with that. As aggressive as we want him playing. To me, it's more when he's passive and throwing passes when he should have been attacking the rim, and those are the turnovers we don't want. So we just need him to come out playing aggressive. Once he's playing aggressive and instinctual, he's a really high IQ player when he's playing instinctually and not overthinking everything. So we just need him to come out, play aggressive, and play basketball. Do not overthink everything.
What do you think of the SEC Big 12 Challenge being in the middle of conference play? I mean, this year it doesn't really affect y'all since you're not traveling, but kind of what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to get a home game every other year. This is my first year in it. Probably have a better answer for you on that after I've done it a year or two, but I think it's good. I mean, we were not the same team in the non-conference, so our non-conference schedule preseason, before SEC play started, we're a whole lot different team, so it's not the worst for us to play a non-conference team now at the end of January when we're playing a lot better. I actually think my gut feeling going into it, again, ask me 2 years from now and I'll see what I tell you, but my gut feeling is actually a good thing. Our teams traditionally have gotten better as the years have gone on, so to save one of your non-conference games for the end of January is not a bad thing for us, I don't think.
Anything else, guys?